This is the most remarkable footage on the internet right now. It is a Ukrainian Air Force pilot shooting a Russian drone out of the sky with his firearm from the back seat of a fixed-wing prop plane. It's like insane. So they're going drone hunting here. Check this out. Look at that. So he's blowing them out of the sky, like a duck hunter, effectively. So he has a fixed barrel, it's got a long gun, and he's just blowing them out of the sky. There you go. See you later. This is insane. He's got a GoPro on. It's not Call of Duty. This is the Ukrainian Air Force flying what looks like a World War II aircraft and just blowing Russian drones out of the sky. Okay. Onboard footage of a Ukrainian Yak-52 backseat gunner shooting down a Russian Shahed attack drone from an open cockpit with his rifle. You could add unregistered hypercam watermark, and I'd swear this was a mod footage. Yeah, that's right. This looks like a video game. You can just do things. Yeah, that's right. Dudes rock. Really quietly having the most insane war in history. World War I or III. That's right. This seems like their drone defenses working out not great. The Ukrainian Yak-52 trainer aircraft's rear seat gunner using a rifle from the open cockpit shoots down. This is a propeller-driven, slow-speed aircraft can serve as one of the means to counter drones. U.S. military may consider the A-10 Thunderbolt as an option. You know, the war is creating remarkable circumstances, like, for instance, the first time that a Su-35 Russian fighter was blown out of the sky. This just happened. U.S.-made F-16, which is certainly not the most sophisticated or technically advanced fighter flying. It's quite old, actually. But this older frame, was able to shoot down a far more sophisticated fifth-generation fighter, Su-35, for the first time during the war. Check this out. It's kind of a huge victory. Ukraine F-16 fighter jet took out an airborne Russian Su-35 for the first time in the war, 2 years after the U.S.-made aircraft arrived in the country. General Kane, Chief of Staff, told U.S. lawmakers on Tuesday that the aircraft provided Ukraine to be proven a huge success. Recently, we had the first air-to-air kill with Ukrainian F-16 shot down a Russian fighter, he said. Here we go.
Recently, we had the first air-to-air kill where a Ukrainian F-16 shot down a Russian fighter. I'll note that recently we had the first air-to-air.
Pretty cool, right? So this is the Sukhoi Su-35, badass jet. This is like actually the plot of Top Gun Maverick, right? Yeah, it's 4.5 generation air superiority fighters. They're the super flanker designated to improve derivatives. This type was originally developed by the Soviet Union, and it is a very sophisticated platform. Dan Kane confirmed this, that this would be the F-16, right, versus the Russian fighter, Su-35. Ukraine's first victory of this kind achievement with this aircraft. This is pretty amazing. The Su-35 should dominate the F-16 in almost any situation. Much bigger radar, better kinematics, and the Russians have super long-range missiles. I'm guessing one of those was illuminating the Su-35 daily. Ooh. Yo. And of course, Ukraine is launching massive drone attacks into Russia with daily incidents, and is... Wow, look at this. Su-35 attempting to shoot down a Ukrainian drone, but they're not able. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I thought I missed it. So there you can see the Su-35 fighter flying across the frame there. There it is. Trying to hit it, but incapable of doing so. You kind of have to get, you know, Call of Duty action here. You have to get yourself a slow-moving Yak 35, Yak 52 trainer prop. Amazing. This is why, as you can probably see with all of these massive warehouse fires, that the Russians are now sort of begging to go back to the Anchorage agreements after talks, very brief talks with the United States this week. They held a 30-minute meeting with Rubio and Sergei Lavrov, right? And the Russians are now like begging for peace again. I hope that it happens, honestly. We want to return to the Anchorage agreements. Rubio says the Anchorage talks failed. The sides need to look for new ideas to resolve the conflict. Do you think we solved a war in 30 minutes of conversation in Asia? That's not how it works. So, I mean, obviously, Trump has said unleash the gates of hell on Iran, but that's exactly what's happened in Russia. As you can see here, Russians, like this does look like the gates of hell. What is happening in Russia is that they are incapable of fending off drone attacks that are striking these massive warehouses for the Wildberries company. Wildberries is their Amazon. And these drone attacks hit these warehouses, and the warehouses are insanely flammable. And those the images of this all across Russia, I mean, they've hit a dozen of these warehouses, and they all look the same. Just apocalyptic. Billions, trillions of dollars of goods. You can see here how these drone attacks happen. And they just like slam into the building again and again and again and again. Anyway, that's very effective. So Secretary Rubio talking about what's going to happen next. You know, what do we expect? You know, from all of this, what do we expect is going to be the the solution to this? Right? Here's Rubio.
People on Earth. So I don't think that we'll just keep going down the layers, I guess. But I don't. The first two layers were not like reformers. These were not like Renaissance men. You know what I mean? So I'm not. I don't think that the layers are the issue here. They're just look. The system is at the end of the day, it's a country run by radical clerics. I think they have political people in their system. I wouldn't call them moderates, but they at least understand like that hyperinflation is bad, high food prices is bad, gas shortages are bad. But I think when you get to that clerical level, these guys are just oblivious to all of that, and they're destroying their country. These are the people. Understand, Iran is a rich country. Iran can be the richest country in the Middle East if they want it to be, but instead, they take their money and they use it and they give it to Hezbollah, they give it to Hamas, they give it to the Houthis, they give it to Shia militias, they give it to sponsor terrorism all over the world, they give it to try to kill people all over the world, they build drones and missiles and pursue a nuclear weapons program. That's what they spent their money on. If they had spent their money on their people and on their economy, today Iran could be probably the richest country in the region if you want to know the truth. So.